Right, there we are. That's Stuart from Adept IT. What I'm just basically going to talk to you about is myself and basically an introduction to me. As you can see on here, just a little bit about me. I don't know if any of you can read the screen, but I am 23 years old, and I'm quite young. My interests, just thought I'd run this one through you. Do you know, I'm quite a sports person as well. I love football, I love go-karting, and I'm actually recently a motorbiker as well. And actually on Sunday I completed a charity ride. I don't know if any of you have heard about it or were inconvenienced. It's a bit of an inconvenience for most people, but it's called the Ring of Red. You ride around the M25 wearing a red shirt, basically, for a couple of hours on a Sunday. In ages, obviously remember it. On here also, I completed my first marathon at the end of last month, and as Emma quite clearly said, I've actually been working with computers since I was about 4 years old. Reason being, not because I just had a random interest in my brother, he actually works in IT, completely different type of IT, and my dad's actually worked in IT for over 50 years, and he's only actually retired this year from working in computers, so I've had quite a good insight into the world of computing, as it were. So I also wanted to tell you a little bit about Adept as well. So what we've got here, we've been running for 5 years. The company was started by my colleague Simon Luck. I work obviously very closely with him. I'm actually one of the senior engineers on site. I do all the installations, all the project work, and project management myself. We are a team of 6. Currently based in Maidstone, which is our head office. We do have a branch office in Tunbridge Wells as well. Now, we cover the whole of Kent and surrounding areas. We have customers going out as far as Twickenham, one in Luton, down in Worthing. These customers range from single users, 2 or 3 users, home users, to schools. And we've also got the client that we've got in Worthing is actually 50 users plus, and they are a metal workshop. They actually do machine parts for Bosch, which is a nice big juicy customer for us, which is chucking a lot of business our way, which is absolutely fantastic. And ideal referrals for us on this as well is obviously any clients that are those sizes, as I say, from single users above, ideally 5 and above, that are in the Kent and surrounding areas. Now, what we do as a company, we are an outsourced IT company, and as you can see on the list on the PC, we actually do green IT solutions, obviously having your offices based in the data centre to keep your energy costs down. We also have, very good server co-location and hosting for any hosting needs that you may have. Web hosting again, obviously if you need your website stored somewhere or any just web addresses or emails, we can have them hosted on our servers as well. Now, the one thing I did obviously want to push forward to everyone is actually our cloud computing. So this is actually a very, very, very big part of our business, and this is what I was trying to push forward in my 60 seconds today. Is our cloud computing and our hosted desktop covers, well, pretty much everything. You can have your whole IT systems based in the cloud. And as I was saying, if you're very fortunate enough to have a holiday with John, and you need to just double check on how your business is running or see how your business is coping without you there, because obviously sometimes, obviously you're all owners of businesses here, you're going to want to see, how's it running, especially if you're Barry, you don't want to be potty training again. You want to be checking on how things are going, and you can sit in a hotel, you can log on within 30 seconds from any location on the planet that has an internet connection. You can see how your business is running, you can check in, you can log in, you can even do your accounts. You could even spend Christmas at home, for instance, with your kids. And even if you need to have that little hour's worth of work where you don't quite want to go into the office, you can just sit there at home, log onto your PC, and you can just do an hour's worth of work. Or Christmas shopping, whatever tips you fancy there. On our subject of cloud computing, we will actually fully implement a migration for you. So you can go from standard PCs, and we've actually recently done a couple of recruitment agencies as well. Now that covers bespoke software. We will sit there, we will liaise with third-party companies with the bespoke software that you have. We'll work out a migration path, we'll plan it well in advance, make sure migrations go absolutely smoothly. So far, every single one we've done has gone smoothly. There's been minimal problems, and if I'm not quite honest, they're usually with customers' printers that have blown up, and not anything that we can help, unfortunately. It's something we like to push forward, as I say. It's a lot more energy efficient for customers as well, because you don't have to have servers on site, you don't have to worry about your electricity, you don't have to worry about backups. All of our cloud computing stored in a tier 2 data center. For those of you who don't know what a tier 2 data center is, it's basically one off of being a bomb shelter. It's pretty secure, and there's 4 different locations, spat up in 4 places. Downtime is not going to happen. The only time it would is if a nuclear war was to start sort of in the southeast of Kent. But then I'm not quite sure you can worry too much about your business backups, as opposed to the nuclear war that's happening in the world. Next thing, obviously, we do 3 main types of support. So if you're not on our cloud computing side of things, we do 3 main types of support. Our top one being bank time. Now, what that is, as a very basic overview of it, is you buy a certain amount of hours. So let's say you buy 10 hours. What you can use with that is we put everything in your hands. If you every month think, oh, I think I might use 10 hours worth of support, obviously you're never going to know how much support you're going to need. Because, you know, computers, they're electronic goods, they go wrong at any given time. Really inconvenient times as well. With our bank support, with our bank time, it's our top product that we offer with regards to our support. So you choose the priority of your tickets. You buy 10 hours, and if you say, oh, I need to quickly nip out of the office, I need to put my out of office on, if you call us up and say, I really need to get that done now, we can log that as a business critical call, and we'll pretty much drop everything and you'll get a response within 15 minutes, and it will be worked on by an engineer within that 15-minute time frame. And as I say, those bank times, they can roll over, and you use minutes at a time. It's unlimited site visits, unlimited calls. Our second one, core support, more designed for your smaller businesses. So potentially up to about 5 devices, we say, you know, your PCs. We design it up to about 5 users because it's a monthly fee. You pay on per computer per month for standard office use. So for instance, if you set fire to your PC, by means that you didn't like your PC, unfortunately we wouldn't quite cover that. However, if it just goes wrong due to natural causes, that is completely covered and we can resolve that. Or if it's anything just in general office use, it is completely covered under that. Our lowest level of support is ad hoc. Pretty much does what it says on the tin. You call us up, you get support. You call us up, we can be on site, generally within the same week. We can support you, as I say, so from a nice £65 an hour or £55 for any BNI customer. And as I say, it's our lowest package. Unfortunately, with that, there is no service level agreements with ad hoc, so we do push people towards the top 2. For the slightly bigger companies, bank time is the most efficient, as I say. Top package, top priority. You get everything dealt with in that same day. Now, we build and install, as you can see, service and some nice, pretty pictures of service, and they do honestly look that good. Well, talk to me anyway. I don't know how you guys can see that. So basically, yes, we build and install servers. Now, they can be from your basic servers. I don't know if any of you have needed to be bothered too much about it. That's usually what you leave to us guys. Obviously, you can have what's called a domain. Again, I don't know if any of you know what a domain is. Basically, you can log onto any PC anywhere in your office and have all your files and settings and emails all in one place. Lovely and easy. It's all there, secured, backed up. They're your very basic installations. Now we can actually go up to it a little bit more in depth. Currently we have a client, again actually the same one down in Worthing I mentioned earlier. They have 6 servers, all running in tandem, all being completely backed up, very good disaster recovery situations. They're all for day-to-day use. And unfortunately for us on that scenario, we actually had to pop in there on Saturday to do some maintenance on it. A nice early Saturday morning start for us. But we can put installations of 6 servers running all in tandem for your day-to-day work in your business, all running bespoke apps, and we can fully manage migrations, support for that, liaise with third-party companies, all down to what the customer requires. Don't just do service, we do full networks. Now, unfortunately, I didn't actually manage to get any images, but I've got some before and after photos, if anyone's interested, of some networks we've put in. One client I've been to for the last, I think about 5 weeks running, only a day a week, actually went to do a nice stage migration, he went from 2 users to 10 users in the space of 12 months, which was absolutely fantastic for him. He's actually gone from 2 PCs to 10 PCs. He's actually got more than that now. And he needed a slightly more business grade network than just standard PCs. We managed to completely plan and install a full network for him. A complete new phone system, which he had from another company, a new broadband connection, a couple of new PCs, brand new server, new network switches, new network cabinet as well, because obviously unfortunately he inherited one. It was a bit damaged and very, very untidy, and it was horrible to look at. However, it's all nice and tidy, and we can put in these solutions for, as I say, full network solutions. We also do your standard PCs, so this may be applicable to a lot more of you. Your very standard PCs, whether it be on an internal network, whether it be a home PC, whether it be, you've got a very, very small network with 5 or 6 PCs in the office. Whatever it is, you can speak to us. We will sit there and we will learn how you work. And we will say, if you need a new PC, so we will sit there, we'll go through with you, okay, what do you run on it? And we'll learn your processes. We won't just say, this PC is a really good seller at the moment. This is a really good spec for it, and you need that. We won't say that. We won't say that you need that. We will give you a computer that future-proofs you and works to what you need. Because there's no point going for an all-singing, all-dancing £2,000 PC if you don't need one. because as I say, there's no fun in that at all. We like to get you working at your level, and you don't need something that you're never going to use. So, after that, are there any questions at all?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hosted desktop, does that work on a Mac?
Yes, it does.
Great.
Do need an app, but
Okay.
of course it does, yeah.
Your site with 6 servers on it, I take it that was domain controller and RAID drives?
Yep, completely. With cloud backup.
So you do the whole shebang, as it were?
Oh yes, the whole shebang. Anyone else stop?
Yeah, quick one. What proportion of your customers are solely on cloud storage as opposed to hosting their own server?
Oh, probably, I don't know the exact figure, but about 15%. But that is increasing, and we're actually doing some business with a couple of people in here as well.
So once people understand the liability of having their own server, they want to move over onto a cloud.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, it's totally secure. You've got a lot of people are still prefer the older methods of having a server on site. And if that's what we always work to the customer. We do try and push forward the cloud computing. It works out cheaper in the long run. You don't have to worry about backup costs. You don't have to worry about electricity costs, maintenance, software. All of that's completely covered. Yeah, hardware failures, yeah, completely, and that's the killer as well. You don't have to worry about all of that, as I say, with the ones that we've got on our hosted desktop. Hardware, don't need to worry about it. Backups, don't need to worry about it. Software, we can fully manage.
What is the cost then, Stuart?
Well, with the hosted desktop, it does vary on the software that you need to have on there, and for instance, the amount of users. It's built on the amount of users that you have and the amount of data storage that you need on there. But it does vary on customer to customer. So obviously we need to sort of survey what you'd have and then do a effective price from there. On average, the difference between a hosted desktop installation and a new server installation, you'd save about £2,000 on going for the hosted desktop the first year.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stuart.